G'day guys, and welcome back to the EV Cup. This is the EV Cup. I am Gent. The map is Xelnaga Caverns. This is ETTERZ. This is Deedz. And they are both playing in round number 2, baby. Round 2 has finally started for the EV Cup. And this Protoss guy who beat Saxon in round number 1 is going to be up against ETTERZ, the villain who destroyed Chesaria in round number 1 of the EV Cup. So it is my distinct honor and pleasure to bring you this match and the rest of the tournament. Yeah, so here we go. ETTERZ is just droning up and doing his stuff as normal. We'll get the production tab open. ETTERZ is making nothing at this stage, which is a little bit silly. He might be going for an early pull, an 8-pull rush. And Deedz is, I hope he's prepared. He's going to make a pylon right now, and a gateway coming right now, I hope as well, because he's going to need this wall if that pull's coming. Oh, he's going to have that gap. He's going to need it. He's going to need something in there, maybe the probes to block off or something. Oh, this is going to get ugly. So he's chronoing out probes like a good player. ETTERZ not like a good player, rushing with that spawning pool. As we can see, they're half done. Now he's starting to make drones. Normally when you want to do this rush, you want to make sure that you have supply. Okay, so he's got this Overlord heading out to his natural expansion, as we can see by the rally point there. So I'll be interested to see what happens. Deedz is not going to be happy when he starts seeing Zerglings this earlier in the game. He's going to scout and he's going to see that pull. Oh no! ETTERZ doesn't want him to see that pull. Did he see the pull? No, he did not. As we can see in Deedz cam. Oh, he's coming back for another poke. Come on, Deedz, you got to have a look, man. You have to look. 6 Zerglings are on the way. Deedz doesn't know that. He might think they're drones. He's going around the back. Oh, he spotted it. Oh no! And the Zerglings are out. Oh dear. Deedz is going to need this wall. He needs to cancel that and build it right here. Cancel that. Build it right there. Oh, God. The Zerglings are coming. The Zerglings are coming. They're going to kill Deedz' probe, and he's going to need to cancel this and build it here. Oh, no. Okay, so he's going to have some Zealots coming out. They will pop out just in time. Hopefully they can stave off all 6 Zerglings, but I doubt it. He needs to get this over into this hole. Here we go. Okay, there's a bit of a gap here. The Zerglings can run past if they want. Oh, man. Deedz, you should have put that building there, man. Oh dear. Here they come. Zerglings are rushing in. Protoss finding a better place to hold, and there we go. ETTERZ has found the Zealots here that he can surround. Oh, he's going to get a good surround. He got straight through. The Zerglings are in the base. This Zealot's going to be surrounded, but another Zealot is out. Deedz needs to get this guy to join up the other Zealot up here. This is going to be a very quick game. Another Zealot coming out of this gateway. Deedz still has money. Yep, keep making Zealots. Good work, buddy. He's chrono boosting them out. Send the probes up to defend. He should be able to stop this initial 6. ETTERZ is not building more back at his base, so he obviously didn't intend for this rush to work, or just decided not to macro while he was rushing. Another 4 Zerglings coming out, as I can see by the production tab there. Afraid of a counterattack, he's going to build a couple spine crawlers, as I can see. The Queen's done the egg spit into the hatchery. And 4 Zealots here for Deedz, so I would say that Deedz is actually in a lead now after that failed rush from ETTERZ. Oh wow, this is a good recovery from Deedz. Lots of probes coming out for him right now, so Deedz actually in a commanding food lead, 26 food to 17 food, and this is exciting stuff. Very good way to start the second round. Cybernetic's call coming out, so he's not looking to cheese, he's looking to do a normal tech build. Even if ETTERZ is looking to cheese, he's not going to fight fire with fire, he's going to beat him with some standard Protoss strategy. Interesting stuff. And we got, so ETTERZ is just making a lot of Zerglings right now, might be a bit overkill, an expansion would be good right now, perhaps. These 2 spine crawlers should be able to do the trick. He probably needs to drone up a bit more. Okay, so we've got an Overlord coming out. His supply cap's finished. And he's going to... What's he making? More Zerglings. So he's very, very scared of a counterattack right now. Oh, teching to a very early lair. That's interesting. Cybernetics core just finished here at Deedz' base. Extra pylon here. And this guy's going to have a look at the Xelnaga watchtower. So there he goes. And he's found that. And now Deedz has vision of the middle of the map. So we got the Zealot there and the Zealot there. As we go to the Deedz can, draw your attention to the minimap, Deedz has good vision again, not unlike his first round efforts. Very good with his vision, Deedz. Switching back to the everyone cam. Robotics facility coming out for Deedz, and he's making some stalkers, so his army is getting quite scary. Very good for killing Zerglings, which is what ETTERZ is making right now. So with this lair, I'd be interested to see what he's going to go for next. He is researching Zergling speed, which is always handy for surrounding and that sort of thing. Also getting an early gas, so my guess is maybe Banelings, maybe Spire, but it's going to be interesting to see. So within a few seconds, we'll be seeing what Deedz is going to be making. Robotic Spade just about done for Deedz. Second gas going up for him. And this patch looking pretty saturated, could probably expand sometime soon. So Forge coming out now. Either going to be some +1 unit upgrades or cannons, which is always very good for staving off little assaults at the front, like what we saw earlier. And so that gas is just finished, and Deedz' forces are getting restless. They're starting to mobilize. So just having a bit of a look at the lip there. And these orbital lords just sort of hanging. More Zerglings coming out. So what is he doing with his lair? What is he doing with his lair? A Hydralisk den. Interesting. Hydralisk's very, very good against gateway units and against stuff that flies. So there's actually quite a good transition for ETTERZ. If he wants to make Hydralisk work, though, he needs to spread the creep, because Hydralisks are actually extremely useless and extremely slow when they're not on creep. So, food for thought. Pooping out some creep, hearing me beyond the game, that's good stuff, ETTERZ. I hope you can't hear me. There's going to be a... Anyway, so we've got a Stalker coming out now, and so have a look at the unit tab. We have 3 Stalkers, 5 Zealots for the Deedz, and we got 20 Zerglings for ETTERZ and 2 Queens. So plenty of units from both parties. We've got Photon Cannons at the back here, so he's anticipating Mutalisks. Not what ETTERZ is going for, but it's always good to have that secure mineral line with a couple cannons for detection, also to stop infestors, that sort of cheesy, weird sort of infested Terran drop that infestors can do. This observer coming to have a look just to check out what's happening in ETTERZ's base, getting lots and lots of vision, scouting before attacking, countering what ETTERZ is doing, which is what you meant to do. So he's got some 3 Hydralisks on the way now. ETTERZ doesn't have detection, so a Dark Templar would not be a bad option. If ETTERZ sees this little ripple in the air, you might consider it. He is making an Overseer. There we go. Good work, ETTERZ. Boy's been practicing up. So now that it's round 2 in the EV Cup, the game's going to be a touch closer, because the wheat has been separated from the chaff, so to speak. Speaking of separating from the chaff, that Observer just went bye-bye, sniped away from that Queen there. ETTERZ with a sneaky expansion. I like it. I like sneaky expansions. Very cool. An Observer at the sneaky expansion as well. An expansion going up in a non-sneaky location for Deedz at his natural right now. And we got a... Oh, nice work, Deedz. See, this is the benefit of getting a Observer out to check all of your opponent's tech. Constantly observe your opponent, because now there is a robotics bay, and now Deedz can happily, once he gets a bit more income, tech up to Colossi, which will pretty much ruffle stomp everything that ETTERZ has made so far. So the Stalkers are cruising in now. Hydralisks and Zerglings back at ETTERZ's base. Come with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just scroll on over to ETTERZ's base. Do you think this will beat what Deedz has? I think it may. That's a scary amount of Hydralisks. They're very good, especially when the Zerglings are at the front. Something is gay. Oh, that would be his expansion getting sniped. ETTERZ will want to cancel that if he wants to save 300 minerals. Cancel, cancel, cancel. He's not going to cancel, is he? No, he is not. He just lost 300 minerals. Deedz going to be feeling pretty good after sniping that expansion, denying ETTERZ that extra income, which he oh-so needs if he wants to keep this Hydralisk stuff going on. So, actually, let's have a look. 8 Hydralisks. That's heaps of Hydralisks. Deedz is actually going to need a bit more than this if he wants to kill that. Oh, a free Overseer kill. Very nice. Deedz going to be feeling extra happy now that he's got that expansion and a free Overseer. So ETTERZ is trying to do as much vision as he can, but Deedz is being very active with his scouting party over here. These guys just cruising. So they're going to be having a look and probably having a bit of a poke at the front of ETTERZ's base. Oh, and they get a free... Oh, and a creep tumor as well. This is good stuff. Deedz is going to be feeling on top of the world, stopping this creep spread, which is going to make Hydralisks less useful, but at this stage, ETTERZ probably has the units. Oh, and here we go. ETTERZ's units coming down to see Deedz' forces, and they'll probably clean this up. Once the Hydralisks get there, it's going to shoot everything down. Yep, there we go. So you can see how good Hydralisks are. A few of them taking a breather in the back there, having a cigarette. That's cool. They'll fight later on, I can guarantee it. So now ETTERZ is feeling pretty good about this failed attack from Deedz. He's going to want to counter with everything he has, which is generally not what you do when you destroy a big army like that. You want to get further ahead by expanding, getting more economy. So Deedz is now actually in a spot of bother once these Zerglings get in, because if they get a good surround on these Stalkers. Oh, but the Colossus is out. I didn't see that for Deedz. His expansion is under attack. If he wants to keep this expansion, he's going to need to get down there with his Colossus, but he's obviously would rather stay alive rather than kill all his forces in a non-advantageous position. Attacking from up on the cliff is going to be way better for Deedz, because these guys won't have vision and won't be able to look up. But now that the Zerglings are up here, he does have vision. He needs to get everything at the front here to wipe all his forces out. This is going to be close. These Hydralisks are doing sick DPS and everything in the front of Deedz' base. Colossus are coming in. ETTERZ' forces probably going to melt away here, and it looks like ETTERZ' forces have been rejected again. And now it's going to be a bit of ping-pong action. Looks like Deedz is going to go for a counter. Oh no, he's just going to protect an expansion? What's he going to do? What are you doing, Deedz? Double Robo, another Colossus coming out for Deedz. What is ETTERZ going to transition to? When you see the Colossus, you cannot keep making Hydralisks. Hydralisk is just going to melt away from all these Colossuses, as we saw before. That was a scary number of Hydralisks at Deedz' front from ETTERZ. That Hydralisk army would have smashed all the Zealots and Stalkers that Deedz had before, but now that he has Colossus, it is a different game. He's going to need something that shoots in the air, and oh, good work, ETTERZ. He is halfway through Aspire. Champion stuff, champion stuff. So with these Mutalisks, his forces will actually need to be able to possibly snipe a stray Colossus or two, depending on how good Deedz is with his unit control. So some cannons going down to this expansion here. A bit of a strange spot for these cannons. Maybe just look this other side of the grass here is a pretty sneaky spot for Zerglings to counterattack when the main Protoss army is out in the middle of the map on the Zelnaga Caverns. So some more cannons coming out to protect the front as well as the sides. I generally like to defend with units rather than cannons, but this is a Deedz game, not a Gent game, so I should shut the fuck up. Long distance gassing, it's very cute. And here we go, this Colossus and Stalker army is moving out. The Spire is done for ETTERZ, but he has way too much gas, not enough minerals. He needs to expand. Oh, I can't believe he hasn't expanded. He's not going to have enough minerals to necessitate a big enough Mutalisk force to destroy what Deedz has got down here. So Deedz actually has an army that will crush ETTERZ right now. Here we go, 3 Colossus and these Stalkers. An excellent timing push coming up for Deedz. ETTERZ just realizing now he has not enough minerals to make Mutalisks work. So he's making a hatchery down here, which is a less likely position for Deedz to look. Deedz will most likely trounce up the middle, which is generally what Protosses like to do. So here we go. Oh, he is going to go down here. He's going to find this expansion. Very cool stuff. I guess that observer must have spotted it. So denied another expansion. ETTERZ is looking like he's really far behind right now. Deedz well and truly in control of ETTERZ's movements. He's going to snipe some overlords. I don't think it's enough to... Is it enough to supply cap ETTERZ? Let's have a look. Not quite. If he got another overlord, it would, but... So this observer is really doing a good job of spotting possible expansion locations for ETTERZ and just denying them. So Deedz obviously having a little bit of a look here, making sure that ETTERZ doesn't have enough money to keep his army up, but Deedz needs to keep macroing while he's doing so, and he is. So we've got a first Mutalisk coming out. We have shield upgrades going up, so Deedz is going to use a timing push. He's going to wait for his upgrades to finish and then move in by the looks of things. More Stalkers coming out, extra Colossus coming out for Deedz. It's just overkill to just destroy everything that's in ETTERZ's base, and that's fine with me, because he's just playing it safe, which I like. This is how you play StarCraft. He's going to be playing it safe, and he's going to be making sure that he has more than enough to handle what ETTERZ throws at him. So ETTERZ is getting a bit restless. He's going to move out with the Zerglings and these Hydralisks, which I question the logic of. Maybe he just wants to control the vision here and see Deedz is coming. When Deedz is coming. Could be very soon. These overlords smartly hiding away, don't want to be supply capped, which he is anyway. So another overlord coming out for ETTERZ, which will fix that. So more Zerglings coming out, really not what he needs to be making right now. That's 6 Zerglings, that's 300 minerals, that's 3 Mutalisks. So that's just a bit of maths for everyone. Oh, these forces managed to sneak around. They don't manage to do much else though. ETTERZ is going to be sitting there in his chair, sweating blood, seeing all these forces from Deedz. Yeah, ETTERZ mate, you are in trouble. That's what that emoticon means from ETTERZ. So Deedz is moving in, separating the Colossus from these forces, which is generally not bad, rather, because Mutalisks can come around and kill and that sort of thing, but ETTERZ is going to move everything back into his base. Yes, GG, I do believe ETTERZ would be justified in GG right now. Oh, here they come. Yeah, that's GG, folks. Well played from both players, but I do believe Deedz is just going to absolutely burn through everything in ETTERZ's main, including the main itself. And that is game. Game number 1 of round number 2 finished between Deedz and